Imagine waking up one morning and seeing extra dollars land in your bank account. Not a mistake, but something the government quietly changed to help you. For some seniors, veterans, and folks on SSI, SSDI, or VA disability, October brings a surprise increase you might not have expected. Today, I'm walking you through what changed, why it matters, and how much more you may see in everyday language that hits home. Let's dive in. Hey, thanks for being here. If you're getting Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA disability, or supporting someone who is, this video is for you. I want to explain what's happening now, what's coming, and what you should check on your end. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your October check might look different and what to do about it. Okay, here's the deal. There isn't some magical October raise that just fell from the sky. But and this is important, there is a mix of timing quirks, cost of living adjustments, schedule shifts, and policy tweaks that could make your check look completely different this month. For some of you, that means more money. For others, you'll just see timing changes or small bumps. Either way, I don't want you left scratching your head wondering what happened. So let's break this down piece by piece. Alright, every single year, Social Security and SSI get what's called a cost of living adjustment or COLA for short. Now, that's just a fancy government way of saying they raise your payments so your benefits can actually keep up with inflation. You know what I mean by inflation, right? That annoying thing where your groceries cost more, your rent goes up, and even your medicine seems pricier every year. Yeah, that. So here's how they calculate it. The government uses this index called the CPIW, the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners. I know, sounds complicated. But basically, they're comparing how much stuff costs now versus how much it cost before. And for 2025, they set the COLA at 2.5%. Now, if you're on SSI, the federal monthly maximum for 2025 is $967 if you're an individual, $1,450 if you're a couple, and $484 if you have an essential person helping you out. But here's the catch, your actual check might be lower depending on your income, where you live, or if someone's helping you with food or housing. The government calls this countable income or in-kind support. So bottom line, that 2.5% bump was expected. It's already baked into your benefits. It's not the surprise we're talking about, but it is the foundation. Got it? Good. Let's keep going. Now this is where things get interesting, and honestly, where a lot of people get confused. SSI benefits are usually paid on the first of each month, right? Simple enough. But here's the thing, when that first falls on a weekend or a holiday, the Social Security Administration doesn't just skip you. Nope, they move that payment to the last business day before. So in 2025, because of how the calendar falls, this creates a situation where you get 2 SSI payments in October and none in November. I know what you're thinking. Wait, 2 checks? Did I win the lottery? Not exactly. You're getting your October payment as usual, and then you're getting your November payment early right at the end of October. It feels like a surprise boost, like found money. But really, it's just a timing shift. Your total for the year doesn't change. You're just getting next month's check early. Now, if you're on Social Security Retirement or SSDI, you've got different payment schedules based on your birthday and your category. But the principle is the same. When dates land on weekends or holidays, things shift around. So yes, when you see 2 SSI checks hit your account in October, don't start planning that vacation just yet. It's not a permanent raise. But hey, for that 1 month, you've got extra breathing room, and that's not nothing. If you're a veteran getting VA disability compensation, listen up because this affects you too. VA disability benefits are also tied to this whole COLA process. For 2025, VA rates went up by that same 2.5%. Effective December 1, 2024. Here's how the timing works for VA payments. They usually come on the first business day of the following month. But just like with SSI, if that day is a holiday or weekend, they pay you on the last business day before. Now, looking ahead, and this is exciting, the 2026 VA COLA is projected to be around 2.7%. That means starting December 1, 2025, your monthly VA check gets that bump, and you'll see it fully in your January 1, 2026 payment. So for veterans, the October surprise isn't really about getting an extra check. It's more about understanding when and how your benefits adjust and being ready for what's coming next. Knowledge is power, right? Okay, so here's where we need to talk about the not so fun stuff. Because those double payments in October? They're not always as clean as they sound. There are several things that can make your bump bigger, smaller, or sometimes barely noticeable at all. Let me walk you through the biggest culprits. If you're on Medicare, here's what happens: they automatically deduct your Part B and Part D premiums right from your Social Security check. So even though you got a 2.5% COLA increase, your net amount, the actual money you see, might be way less than that. And here's the kicker: sometimes Medicare premiums increase faster than the COLA does. So you could end up with less money in your pocket even after a raise. Frustrating, right? Always check your Social Security statements to see exactly what's being taken out. This one's tough. If the SSA decides you were overpaid at some point in the past, maybe because of unreported income or just an administrative error, they're going to take that money back. And they do it by withholding a chunk of your current benefits. We're talking sometimes up to 50% or more, depending on your situation. That can completely wipe out your COLA increase, or worse, make your check smaller than before. But here's what you need to know: you don't have to just accept this. You can appeal, ask for a waiver if it wasn't your fault, or set up a different repayment plan. If this is happening to you, fight it. Request a hardship waiver. Make them work with you. For those on SSI, if you have any other money coming in, wages, pensions, or even someone helping you with rent or food, that gets counted. And it can reduce your SSI payment, sometimes dramatically. So even with the COLA bump and the timing shift, you might barely see a difference if you're already near the income limit. Some states add their own supplement on top of federal SSI. But those supplements don't always go up when the federal amount does. Or they might change if your living situation changes, like if you move or someone moves in with you. So depending on where you live, your extra might feel like a lot, a little, or nothing at all. And finally, if you're still getting paper checks in the mail, or if there's a weekend or holiday involved, sometimes your deposit just takes longer to show up. You panic, thinking something went wrong. But really, it's just delayed. If you're on direct deposit, double check with your bank about the exact date. And if something seems genuinely wrong, call the Social Security Administration. Don't wait. Alright, enough theory. Let's talk about what you need to do today to make sure you're not leaving money on the table or getting blindsided by surprise deductions. Step 1. Log into your My Social Security account. If you haven't set up an online account at ssa.gov, stop what you're doing and go do it right now. Seriously, this account shows you everything: your benefit amount, payment history, tax documents, and important notices. You'll get a letter in December showing your new benefit amount after the COLA. But if you have online access, you can see it immediately. Don't wait for the mail. Step 2. Do the math yourself. Pull up last year's check amount and compare it to this year's. Calculate what 2.5% should be, then see what you're actually getting after deductions. This tells you the real story of how much more or less you have to work with. Step 3. Watch for that second SSI check in October. If you're on SSI, keep an eye on your bank account or mailbox. When that second check shows up, don't spend it all thinking it's bonus money. Remember, you won't get another payment in November. Budget accordingly. Step 4. Check for overpayment recoupment. Go through your statements and see if the SSA is taking money back for past overpayments. If they are, and it's causing you serious financial hardship, call them immediately. Request a lower repayment rate or apply for a waiver. You have rights here. Step 5. Review your Medicare deductions. Pull up your Medicare costs, Part B, Part D, whatever you're paying. If those premiums went up significantly, that's why your net increase feels small. Consider shopping around during open enrollment for a better Part D plan that might save you money. Step 6. Veterans, mark your calendar. If you're getting VA disability, circle December 1 stone, 2025. That's when the projected 2.7% COLA kicks in. You'll see it in your January 2026 payment. Plan for it now so you're not caught off guard. Look, I get it. A 2.5% increase doesn't sound like much. In today's economy, with prices going up everywhere, it feels like a drop in the bucket. But here's why this matters. Every single extra dollar counts when you're on a fixed income. That might be the difference between buying your medication or skipping it. Between paying a bill on time or getting hit with a late fee. Between eating well or eating poorly. And the timing? Getting that November SSI payment early in October could be exactly the buffer you need that month. It's not life-changing money, but it's breathing room. Plus, and this is huge, when you understand how all this works, you're not scared anymore. You're not confused. You know what to expect, when to expect it, and why. You can catch mistakes. You can appeal when things aren't right. You're in control. That's real power. Okay, let me hammer home the most important points one more time so they really stick. The October surprise is mostly about timing, not a brand new permanent raise. If you're on SSI, you're getting 2 payments in October, your regular one plus November's early. That's normal. Everyone on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI already got their 2.5% COLA for 2025. It's baked in. Your actual increase might be smaller because of Medicare premiums, overpayment recovery, or other deductions. Always check. Veterans are on a similar COLA schedule, 2.5% for 2025 and about 2.7% projected for 2026 starting December. Check your notices from SSA and VA. Compare your old checks to your new ones. Watch for unexpected deductions. And never, ever just assume everything's correct. I know how stressful money stuff can be, especially when every dollar matters. These government systems, Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA, they're complicated on purpose, it seems like. And sometimes they feel unfair. But when you understand the rules, when you know what's happening and why, you take back control. If your check looks wrong, if deductions seem too high, if something doesn't add up, don't just accept it. Log into your account, request your COLA notice, call the local office, ask questions, demand answers. If they're taking money for overpayment and it's crushing you financially, ask for a hardship waiver or lower rate.